Trump is now officially in office, and his first day of executive orders are done as he rather bizarrely stumbled his way through them for someone who was so worried about Biden's mental decline, not knowing what many of them were, drooling on himself as he tries to describe them. But I want to play a couple of the clips of the more insane ones to discuss and add whatever context I feel we can.
Sir, this next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
Okay, that's a good one. Birthright. That's a big one.
What about that one? That one is likely to
Could be. We think we have good grounds, but you could be right. I mean, you'll find out. It's ridiculous. We're the only country in the world that does this with birthright, as you know.
This is completely unconstitutional, but it's also from the party that is supposed to want to preserve the Constitution, but only the parts that favor it. Kind of weird, right? But this executive order ends birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants who are born in America after February 19th. And I want to be clear about this. Not only is it unconstitutional and racist, it's frankly a neo-Nazi belief. This idea that someone being born here isn't enough to make them American is a white-centric belief where people who believe this typically could never tell you what makes you an American that doesn't just fully encompass a white person, because the fleshed out version of this idea would actually make Trump himself not a citizen, or most people going back, but Trump would never do that. It's always, the brown people invading our border. It's again, this belief that to be an American is a set of ideas, and just living here or integrating into our culture isn't enough. That way you can, police what those ideas are and who fits and who doesn't, which is not only against everything in our Constitution, but it's already being challenged in court, and I doubt it holds up. This works more as a dog whistle to the racist wing of his base.
Relating to events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people is this?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutation?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
People who assaulted law enforcement officers that day.
Well, I will say this. They've been in jail for a long time already. I see murderers in this country get 2 years, 1 year, and maybe no time. So they've already been in jail for a long time.
So here he is, and remember, guys, this is the party of law and order, pardoning over 1,500 violent criminals, stating, yes, even the ones who assaulted officers, police officers, or even other people are going to get full pardons. You have some members who were there posting now about we're going to buy guns already, like the shaman guy or whatever. And I truly don't know if we've seen another equally corrupt slate of mass pardons. There's usually a couple questionable ones in every administration, but not over 1,000, not over 1,500. And I love how MAGA tried to play up the Hunter pardon and those others as they knew this was coming, despite these having clear reason, and him literally just doing this because the people committed the crimes in his name.
Well, we're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also. Vast numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in.
When do you think you would enact those?
I think February 1st.
Well, okay, first off, to be all the way clear, this is a misnomer at the end. 53% of fentanyl seizures occur at legal points of entry on the border, and 91% are from legal U.S. citizens. This idea, it's every single one that's getting away or getting through is an immigrant. It's just fan fiction, right? It's clear the tilt and the concern is U.S. citizens at legal entry points. Now, as for tariffs, I love how he was talking about bringing down energy prices all throughout the campaign, but now doing 25% tariffs on Canada, where we import different things from the energy sector, transportation things, or Mexico, where we import a lot of things like vehicles or parts for the auto industry. This is going to shoot up prices in multiple different industries, and 25% tariffs are pretty big hikes in their own right? If you're importing $100 million in product a year or whatever, that would be $25 million that you're paying. And we know that 100% of this cost is passed on to the consumers. So, good job, MAGA, for owning the libs and lowering those egg prices.